Thanks for joining the Life's Better podcast, where we talk about how life is so much better with God, community, and purpose. Josh and I have a special guest on today. This month, we are going to be exploring this past summer and some of the unique things that have happened with our relationship with God, what God has been doing in and through us, as well as our community, and then the purpose that we're finding in the ministry that God's given us. And so we've brought on a special guest. This is Owen Gleason.
Nice to meet you, Owen.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Owen is a high school senior. He is a key leader in our student ministry. He volunteers in our tech team. And on top of that, he is my firstborn. So,
yeah.
And we're constantly being told that we look nothing alike.
Nothing alike whatsoever.
What we're going to be doing, though, is we're going to be recapping summer 2025. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to explore some questions that we've got in our little bag box here. And we're just going to each grab a question. There are 25 questions so that we can accurately recap with 25 questions, 2025. And I'm going to pick up...
We can do that new each year, like 2026. We'll have 26 questions.
We'll see.
We'll get more and more.
If you guys all love this
2045, 45.
Maybe. Man, how old do you think we're going to get?
Then I'm going to be taking over the podcast.
You're going to be There you go. So, Owen, you're the guest, so I'm not going to make you go first.
Okay.
You already have the awkwardness of sitting in the middle.
That's true.
So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a question. I'll answer it, and then we'll see where the discussion goes. All right, so this first question reads, what would you say was the most spiritually impactful aspect of camp? So for those of you
Camp Calvary?
Okay. Camp Calvary. For those of you who aren't necessarily really connected with what we do in our ministry, camp is a huge deal with our students, and we actually put it on as a church. So probably the most spiritual impactful aspect of camp for me is always seeing students who are moving towards Jesus. And so I can't think of a better example of that than 3 of our students who put their faith in Christ and were baptized right there at camp. In fact, there were 2 of them that you were able to participate in the baptism, which was awesome.
So cool.
Just good talks at night, and then them just like breaking down and being like, hey, this is something that I need in my life. So 100%.
And you were, a key part of that, which, is, as a dad, kind of awesome to see.
Yeah. Give all the praise to God, though. That was all him.
Amen to that.
Okay, so my turn. That was good, by the way. What was the theme of Fall Creek Falls, and what was God challenging you with?
All right, so again, for those of you who are listening, Fall Creek Falls is another event that we do over the summer. A lot of ministry at church seems to kind of taper off in the summer months, with the exception of student ministry. And that's exactly why we have Owen on the podcast, because he has a unique student perspective. And so Fall Creek Falls is a state park in Tennessee. We go there every single year. What was the theme? And I don't know what the second part of that question
The second part was, what was God challenging you with most?
Okay. That's a good one.
The theme, I'm trying to remember. I remember we had our lesson or our video time, and it was Kyle Eidelman. He was the video. And
this part's tougher.
Yeah, this part's tougher.
It's been a while.
I keep thinking of our Camp Calvary message, which was undistracted, or at least the Bob Goff side of it.
When your way
isn't working. When your way isn't working, that's what it was. And I guess the most challenging, or how God was challenging me most with, that's tough, but I think it would just be like, just to see deeper into myself and like see some areas in my life that I need improvement on. You go through your life and sometimes you just live for other people, but you also live for yourself, and I realized that I was living for myself mostly. So I think that was the most challenging, as in like, this life isn't for myself, but for God now. So I think that was deep, but that's what I learned.
That's good.
Yeah. We talked about this a couple of times, Jonathan, but I think the video series for Camp Calvary I ended up liking more. But the When Your Way Isn't Working was also a book that I read. Both those were books that I read the previous summer, so it was cool to get to show the kids kind of what I had been learning personally.
Both were very cool too.
Let's see. My question is, I get the softball. That's great.
What do we got?
What new food treat did you try this summer for the first time? Or what food became your go-to treat this summer? So this is we're not sponsored by anyone. I'd love to be sponsored by this bakery, but Emily and I made Saturdays, especially in the morning, a pretty regular trip to Andy's Bakery in Frankfurt.
Yeah, it's right next to the Capitol, right?
Yeah. And it's beautiful to like go downtown like that anyway.
Yeah.
But I believe they have the best bakery goods, specifically a chocolate croissant that both of us got every single time. So,
Nice.
Okay.
yeah.
What are they going to
Fantastic.
do when Andy is no longer the governor and someone else? It's like
And
Chester.
somebody else.
Is it going to be like
So,
Chester's Bakery?
I wondered, I was like, is it named after him? It's apparently named after the dude who owns
No
it. So,
way.
and his name is Andy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
gonna
That's
be
better.
Yeah.
I didn't actually notice the bakery until Andy took office, so I just assumed.
I think it came shortly, right around that time.
Clever branding or
Yeah.
just happenstance. I'm not so
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Which he actually goes pretty often too, apparently.
Have
He
you seen
walks
him?
in. I have. I shook his
Okay.
hand.
Is that right?
I met him there, which was really, really funny. Emily and I were just waiting for our coffee, and he walked in, and I was like, Emily, that's our coffee. He's with his son. They were just getting.
What's his name?
pastries.
Chester, his son.
I'm curious. I'm curious when it came to what he ordered and whether or not there was a selfie taken.
I did not get a selfie with him. I didn't want to. I
I'm with
seemed
you.
really chill about it. I was like, oh hey, nice to meet you. But internally, I was like,
Freaking out.
this is maybe one of the most popular people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Because I've not really met very many celebrities. So
No, that was
pretty cool.
But you don't know what he ordered.
Chocolate croissant. We'll go
I
with
do.
that.
He got 2 or 3 pastries. I think he was taking them home. Either that or he was just munching on
Okay.
a bunch of pastries.
You know
Maybe.
what? Andy keeps himself in shape, so a few pastries on Saturday. No big
He's
deal.
gonna be fine. Yeah.
No big deal. All right, next question. What was one of your most meaningful encounters with God this summer? I think for me, the moments where I experience awe are the most meaningful. And that has certainly been true of this summer. And I can't really hone in on one specific moment that was greater than others. Because even just a couple weeks ago, sitting on my back porch, watching the sunrise, having this great time of prayer, seeing that morning experience and creation and the birds, that was a moment of awe where I really felt connected to God. But I can point to at least 6 these incredible moments of awe this summer, and usually they were connected to his creation, that I just was brought into his presence on a deeper level. And so that's my answer. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that. Okay. Let's see. Would you rather chill in the pool on a floaty or swim in the ocean waves?
Okay, wait, real quick.
That's easy.
Do you already know what his answer is?
Yeah, it's got to be swimming in the ocean.
I'm saying ocean waves.
Incorrect. No, I'm just kidding. 100%. I love the floaty life, but I mean,
90% of the time, ocean waves.
oh yeah, I'd say more like a 95% of the time ocean
Yeah.
waves.
Then you're feeling lazy every once in a while. It's like, all I
Yeah.
want to do is just chill.
Yeah. But
I'm
no.
a floaty guy anyway. If I'm in the pool, I'm
Doing
Wanna do
something.
stuff.
Yeah.
I agree. I think if I've been in the pool long enough, I can relax. But I'm with you. I gotta get there. I gotta wear myself out before I can
Yeah,
chill
yeah.
in the float.
It's all about I just want to lay and maybe sleep.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Emily gets real annoyed with me because she wants to relax most of the time.
Okay.
And she's just like,
Why are you splashing me?
I'm trying to flip her.
Where's the lifeguard to tell you to knock it off? Yeah.
Oh, okay. What made you cry this summer? My gosh.
Whoa.
This summer was filled with moments that I think our youth in general cried.
Yeah.
And I don't think I cried necessarily as often as they did. I know the Fall Creek Falls was it. I didn't mean for it to be, but it kind of turned into this
I love you.
I'm gonna miss our seniors type of thing.
That's true.
Because we had a lot of really great seniors that graduated. But for me, it was there was a couple times at Camp Calvary that just got me, and every single time it was during a student's testimony. I think obviously Nathaniel's broke me, but I think the one time that I had to literally, because I was like, I'm going to be a distraction to the person that's speaking right now if they see me, and I had to literally walk away for a second, was Lily.
Yeah.
And just, it wasn't even necessarily things that she said, but seeing her in her element teaching after knowing Emily and I, she brought up when Emily and I met with her and her dad at a local McDonald's because randomly her dad called me and was like, Lily wants to talk about like what it means to be saved, and Emily and I were like, okay,
let's get some Big Macs and talk about Jesus.
I think that was it within the first year of ministry, and that was the first time that I really got to have a conversation with the student.
Yeah.
And so just thinking about like not only how far she's come, but how far Emily and I have come, and like all this stuff, it was just like overwhelming. I was like, God, you're so good and cool.
And that wasn't just a quick 5-minute testimony. That was like a 25-30 minute message.
Yeah.
So that was probably tough for you. Like every few minutes, like
if we made eye contact, it was just like I couldn't help it.
That's good.
But yeah,
I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
All right, next question. What was the most spiritually impactful aspect of this summer, minus the experiences at camp in Fall Creek Falls? Didn't I already answer this?
you basically
You said
got
the
that already.
Owen.
What? I don't even know what my last question was. This seems so...
It was, what was the most impactful moment of the summer? But your answer didn't have anything to do with camp, so it's basically...
You guys already heard my answer. I don't know how I got the same one. I feel like I just got ripped off.
Yeah, I think so.
You could throw it back in, I guess. Do you want to answer?
Too late.
24 questions. It's not 25. Okay. What is your favorite way to keep cool during the summer? We just got back to back.
Yeah. Is it like sitting in the air conditioning house?
No. I just swimming, period. Like, I don't know. I love swimming.
Fair enough.
The fact that the ocean is like not at all anywhere near us is like, have I done that this summer? No.
Solid 10-hour drive.
But I mean, I love swimming in pools, rivers, anything like that. That's my favorite.
Do you have a favorite body of water? Is it the ocean?
Oh, the ocean's definitely my favorite.
How about here in Kentucky, though?
In Kentucky?
If you had to choose a Kentucky water spot.
I'm actually curious.
Our go-to is the Kentucky River. We always swim in that, which you guys might be thinking like, that's disgusting. Why do you swim in that awful?
Capitol View Park.
There you go.
In Frankfurt.
In Frankfurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is not like, oh, you're bougie swimming in this river. No, not at all. Like,
you're not going to be building any resorts
exactly,
anytime soon.
But we like it because there's
Rope
not
swing.
exactly.
Oh, cool.
Plenty of places to jump off.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah, for sure. And we swim across it.
Yeah,
to the other side.
That's a yearly challenge.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I've done that rope swing.
Yeah. You know what? It might be the one that's actually broken. There was a tree that actually came down this year, and there was like the classic like.
My fault.
Josh had
You broke our rope.
Too many pastries for Josh. You brought it down.
Okay. I'm glad I got this one. Out of all the pictures you've taken or seen this summer, what one is your favorite? This is an easy answer for me. I took a lot of good ones, I think, a lot of memorable ones, but the best one was Mason hugging his mom after getting baptized. And I felt bad because it was right in front of me, and I, like this really sweet moment because he was happy, everybody was hugging, but all of a sudden he just starts like weeping as she like whispers something in his ear, and I was just like, I can't not like put it back into my pocket real quick. But that every time I look at that, I'm like, oh yeah, summer was so good.
I was about to say like my favorite was gonna be like Mason as he got out of the water or whatever. Like that I just love that one.
A lot of excitement.
So much excitement, and like that was my first baptism that I ever was able to do, and just like to be in that process with him beforehand, it was just like the photography. I don't know. I loved it.
That picture.
So I agree. That was great.
There's an emotional connection to it.
100%.
If you knew God would have been behind it and would have blessed it, what would you have attempted this summer? You know, whenever I get these types of questions, I have to think big, right? It has to be massive. I know that God's going to just like unleash this thing. And so this may be a bit of a cop-out, but it would be to fulfill the Great Commission, meaning every soul reached for Christ. I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm going to start like 5 podcasts this summer. We're going to get a video, radio show. I don't even know what that would look like, but like go
translate into
all different languages. You know, it's like, hey, I only have the summer. I know God's going to bless this thing, so let's launch it for everybody.
Fair enough, yeah.
Which it's not specific enough, but
I mean, hey, that's your answer right
Yep.
there. Okay. When did you laugh the most this summer?
Ooh.
Oh man. Oh. I don't think I can think of a time where I laughed the most. I'm trying to think of one specifically.
An event, maybe a place.
Oh gosh.
At a person.
I think that's
Somebody.
probably the key one is at a person.
With a person.
There you go. There you go. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I really can't think of anything specifically, but I guarantee you it was maybe we'll just say with a person because that's nicer. But I think it was
someone doing something silly.
It didn't go. It didn't go the way it was supposed to go, and you just can't help but give it a little bit. Of
Do you actually have one that comes to your mind?
Oh, here we go.
So Camp Calvary, one of the final things that always happens every night is I will sit up at the kitchen, and a couple of other like volunteers will do the same, and it can be nice to like decompress a little bit.
Sure.
But sometimes kids don't want to leave, and in particular, Winnie was just going nuts, and she came up and she decided she wanted to reenact this play.
I saw it. She did it for me twice.
Yeah, and it was just her by herself doing every part.
The one-woman show.
Yep.
25 minutes in.
And no matter how many times I said, Winnie, go to bed.
And
she
the next
said,
scene.
Yeah, she would just keep going. And at one point, I was so tired because it was like 12:30. I looked at everybody else. I was like, am I dreaming? Like, is this serious? Like, is this happening in front of me? Because I had no idea what she's saying or doing. And Heather thought it was the funniest thing ever. She starts losing it, and so we all start laughing at Heather. But that was the moment. It just slap happy, like Winnie won't stop no matter who tells her to, and I have no idea what she's doing. So yeah, that was
I
it for me.
think I was a student still out there because I remember laughing going on, and I was like,
What's
"Is this like? Are they going insane? Do I need to go to bed?"
I thought I was going down. I was like, there was a moment where I legitimately thought I was like, I don't think I'm awake right now. Like, I think I'm asleep. All right. What activity/game did you most enjoy at camp?
You were leading most of the game.
Yeah.
So.
That's hard. I'll answer after. How about that?
So I think my favorite one might have been just the one because I love like silly, messy games. And so the one that was most memorable and silly to me was the shaving cream and
I was
cheese
about to
balls.
say that same thing.
Because like there was so much like complaining going on right beforehand, and then after it happened, like everyone seemed to have a good time, and then there was a huge shaving cream fight afterward too. But the pictures were hilarious. I think Hannah did insane. Like I was shocked. She had like 30 plus cheese balls on her face.
That was a pretty good one.
That was nuts.
That's what I was gonna say. And I promise you,
nuts.
that's what I was gonna say. And I was gonna say like that was also one of the funniest things that's happened to me. I laughed the most at that. Like we keep talking about Mason, but he was covered and he was just my eyes.
I know.
I the guy is not blind, so you're okay. But
yeah.
it was hilarious. It was so funny.
All right, this next one is, what was your favorite vacation or time off experience this summer? I only had one vacation experience, and that was our trip to California.
Yeah.
Hands down, was awesome. Great location, hanging out with family, and not having a lot of responsibilities. It was great.
Fair enough.
True. I agree, Dad. Okay. If you could relive one event this summer, what would it be? Oh, I think it would be the baptisms over and over again, or like the lead up to the baptisms. Like I was when I heard, because we talked about it at night, and he like broke down on my shoulder. Mason did, and then Axel came and we sat down and talked about it for a little bit. But I remember after that night, I was like, "Hey guys, is this something that you would be interested in doing?" And they were like, "Yeah, like that's all we can do at this point." And it was just like you could tell complete surrender, and it was like I've never like had that happen like to me, like someone had done that to me. And I just remember after that conversation, like people were looking at me weird because I just started running and jumping and I was heel clicking and smiling as happy as can be. And like people were asking me like, "Owen, are you okay?" And I was like, "I've never been better in my life. Like this is it." So just to relive like that moment and then the baptism, like that was huge for me. I think that was really cool.
That's awesome, man.
Love it.
All right, mine is, what are you saddest about now that summer has come to an end? Man, I I don't know, because I actually am really looking forward to the fall semester, but I think that there is just like an availability and an excitement that students have about summer that isn't gone, but like it definitely is different.
Yeah.
Right?
You're
what I mean?
competing with more now.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's
Like-
the assignments at school or
Yeah.
the sports, you're competing with
100%.
more.
Yeah, and I like I'm not trying to like steal kids from other youth groups or anything, but like most other youth groups don't meet during the summer, and so like other kids that like I haven't gotten to see in a while will come to youth,
Yeah,
and like
it's fun.
it's just nice, right? Like and then we're all kind of back where we normally go. So
Yeah.
I'll miss some kids that are regularly at other youth groups, but. Yeah, no, that would be my answer, I think.
Well, now I'm all sad, dude. That is awful. All right, here's a light-hearted one. Would you rather get a terrible sunburn or get 20 mosquito bites? As much as I hate mosquito bites, I'm worried about skin cancer, so keep the sunburns off of me.
What about diseases? What is the disease that mosquitoes?
Malaria and what's that? Yeah, whatever that really bad one is more South America. I forget what that one's
I don't
called.
remember either.
Zika?
Something like
The
that.
Zika virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot
I
about
hate
that.
mosquitoes.
I do too.
So you're a
obviously-
sunburn guy.
You're a sunburn guy?
I would take a sunburn.
I'm gonna go sunburn over here too.
Okay, wow.
I
I'm
get
the weirdo.
whelps from mosquito bites. Emily thinks that I'm allergic to them or something.
Yeah,
because
probably.
they're
If too
massive.
big.
Yeah. I feel like the sunburn lasts longer. I mean, no, the
Mosquito
mosquito bites
bites
last longer for me.
Solid like week, maybe a
Yeah.
week and a half sometimes.
Sunburn doesn't last that long for me. I don't know if it's just me or
And you
what,
get a
but
tan.
yeah, and you get a tan.
That's true.
You need it.
It's in the summer. It's not going to get any better than this. It's just going to get worse.
I'm just kidding. Okay. What is your favorite summer tradition? Ooh, summer tradition. I'm trying to think of like, I guess tradition. I don't know if we have a tradition that we do, but I think just being outside, like, and just the sports and the activities that you can do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who can't sit inside and just do nothing. And like wintertime can sometimes just be like a drag.
Yeah.
Almost. So I think just being outside and I don't know, like having fun out there is just, and swimming like we talked about, like all of that activities, you can't do that in the winter. So
No.
that's for me.
Yeah. The activities are awesome in
Yeah.
the summer. That's what makes it, in my opinion, my
And
favorite
maybe
time of
I'll
year.
say like 4th of July. Like I love that time of year. I
And
don't
just
know.
how we celebrate 4th of
Yeah.
July. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you. That's a tradition.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a fall guy.
I know. You,
I'm here. I'm
He's
You
literally
and
excited.
Mom as well. I mean, Dana's all about the fall.
true.
Ooh, okay. What activity did you most enjoy at Fall Creek Falls? All right. Ah, man. I feel like it's got to be George's Hole, right?
Oh,
like
I
that.
agree.
That's such a fun time, and such a good space to like hang out, and especially since we didn't get to do like the
cable?
the cable trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our go-to whenever we didn't have anything else to do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I did enjoy like going on the 2 new trails that we did,
Yeah.
which was pretty fun.
I agree.
But those didn't end with swimming, so
Yeah.
it's got to be a swimming spot.
And for those of you who aren't sure, it's a swimming hole. It has like some cliff jumping options.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get in the water, you can throw the frisbee, the football around on the grassy field. It's it's a really nice place.
It is.
All right, next question is, what was the most significant service you engaged in this summer? Hands down, serving a week at camp, being able to connect day in, day out for an entire week with students as well as staff, and just being able to, have that incubated time away from people and really with the goal of connecting more with Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's mine.
You're heavily focused, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm with you.
Yeah. No. I don't serve, but it's great. The people who serve
will one
do,
day.
yeah, and the people who serve are great. Like they put it on a great job. So, in years to come, what song will most remind you of summer 2025? Okay, so this is not going to be like the Christian answer that you've been getting because it's not a Christian song.
Highway to Hell?
No, it's not. That's not the song. Okay, hey, next Sunday. Just kidding. I would have to say, you may not have heard the song, but it's by Benson Boone, and it's Young American Heart, or American Heart.
American Heart.
It is so good. We listen to it constantly during the summer, because it was new and we liked it.
It has like 4th of July, Independence Day vibes.
Yeah.
And so even when we were like watching the fireworks, like we have our little playlist, and so that's on the playlist. Okay. That became the anthem of 2025, summer 2025, for sure.
And I'm a sucker for a song that like tells a story. I don't know why, but I love those songs, and it almost has a telling a story kind of vibe. And I don't know, it just every time I'm gonna hear it now, I'm gonna think summer 2025. So that's my answer.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Mine is, what was the theme of camp? And what did God challenge you with the most?
You better remember this one.
I can remember that. Oh my gosh. So you brought up the Louis Giglio video series, but the theme Camp Calvary was.
Did you say Louis Giglio?
Oh my gosh, why did I say Louis Giglio?
2 years ago.
You're right.
Actually, at this point, I think maybe 3 years ago was.
Yeah, because 2 years ago was Francis Chan. Right?
Prayer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah. I get Louis Giglio and Bob Goff actually confused a little bit.
They both have white hair.
Yeah, and they're also like both incredibly enthusiastic, right?
Storytellers as well.
Storytellers, 100%. Yeah. But this was Bob Goff, but our theme was witness, and my favorite thing about all of it and what was challenging the most, I think, beforehand, I'd read this book actually while I was on sabbatical the year before. This was like just a really, really great book to challenge me. But my favorite thing was trying to figure out like how witnessing, like how like God calling us to be a witness means that we have to have first witnessed God. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I talk all the time about how we need to share our faith and all these things. Well, when we say those things, what do we really mean? What do we mean? Like when we say share your faith, well, you need to have first understood what it means to have a faith, right? Like you need to understand, how is Jesus moving in your life? And if you haven't felt that, it comes across as really shallow when you share your faith with other people, right? Because it's like you're just kind of retorting what other people have said. But if you can go to somebody and be like, these are the ways that Jesus has changed my life. These are the ways that I've seen him work on me. Is it like, you know, sins that you've walked away from? Is it peace that he's brought into your life, or joy, or you've seen like the fruit of the Spirit, those types of things grow in your heart, or what has he called you to or called you out of? I think that means a whole lot more when it comes to witnessing, and I think that's actually what he means when he calls us to be his witnesses. It's not just go tell people about the things I did, but tell them about how you're different.
Yeah.
Right. And
it's hard to lead someone where you haven't been yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was the most challenging part for me the summer before. But then taking, what Bob Goff, his whole book was about, which was kind of setting aside distractions and focusing on like really the enemy of joy is distractions, because the joy is the simplicity of this love relationship with God and the calling that he's called you to, and everything else just kind of gets in the way, right? And so, like, okay, what are some of those distractions in my life that are keeping me from witnessing to other people and really experiencing that joy? And I love seeing students step into that, like all camp long. So that was it.
I love it.
I do too.
All right, how did you celebrate Independence Day? We have a yearly tradition where it's kind of a 2-day event. So on the 3rd, we grill out, have some fun, but then we head over to Harrodsburg because they want to save money on their fireworks show. And so theirs is on the 3rd because they get it cheaper, I guess. And it's a great show. And so we celebrate there on the 3rd. And then we kind of do the whole thing over again on the 4th, but with just a few more activities. And then the Lawrenceburg.
Do you think it's to save money? Is that what?
That's what they said. They had like a post on Facebook because people were asking like, why do you guys always do it on the 3rd? And so they had like 4 reasons, and one of the reasons why is it is dramatically cheaper to do it on the 3rd.
Why?
I think it has to do with the fact that those people who put on the fireworks show, they can multitask, right? They can get the 3rd as well as the 4th.
Okay,
right?
that makes a little bit more sense. I was like, I feel like they'd be just as expensive to buy fireworks early.
I think it's the people who put it on.
I was like, if it's the 7th or the 8th, that's when I get it.
No
you're going to all these stands and you're being like, listen, you didn't sell it. You want to sell it. I'll pay half of it.
And they put on a good show, so they're cutting costs somewhere and putting on a good show.
I'm all about it. We get 2 days to celebrate. I'm all about it.
It's true. Okay.
In Oceanside, we would do the same thing, but that was because the 3rd was Oceanside's birthday, like as a city.
Independence Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we would
The final day of
double up
ritual.
There you go. Okay, if you could remove one thing that happened to you this summer, what would it be? Who? That's a hard one. I don't know if I could think of just like, I mean, I've said before, like, this has been one of my favorite summers ever. This is one that I'm not going to forget anytime soon just because of the work that God's been doing on my heart and, like, just the friends I've made and just the fun that I've been able to have. I think this is just a great summer that I've been able to have. So, was there really many bad things? Of course, but I can't think of anything awfully specific. So, I guess I'll just say, like, the sock tan lines. Like, I got picked on for my sock tan lines. I love socks. I love socks so much, but when I would take them off at Fall Creek Falls, people would be like, Owen, put the socks back on. Like, that is not... you do not need to
You're
flash
swimming
that.
with your socks.
It's not...
That
That was a goofy answer, but, I mean, the summer's been great. So.
Hey, I like that. Can you quote one of the memory verses you memorized at camp?
Woo!
So,
pressure's on.
yes, I can.
Okay.
But only because my team turned it into a rap.
Okay.
And we got it all
Can
the
we
way
rap
done.
it
I was
right
going to
now?
say, will you rap it for us?
Yeah, it's 1 Corinthians 1, 3 through 4.
Do you need a beat?
No.
Okay.
I think I'm good. I think I would be thrown off. So it goes, praise. So we changed the words just slightly so it'll rhyme.
Oh, I see.
It goes, praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles so that we can be comforting to others with the grace that we receive from God.
Boom!
Oh, he even had the paper throw.
He had the paper drop. That's great.
I can't remember any of the other ones, which is bad, but that one I remember.
You probably
really well.
remember at least Acts 1:8.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the first one we did, wasn't it?
It was the easy softball one,
Yeah.
right? Like, because it's what
But
witness
you will
is all
be
about.
filled
Yeah.
with power when the Holy Spirit
Comes
on you,
and
you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and all nations.
That was supposed to be the first one. We used that as the second one because we got out of whack somehow. And I'm going to the other teams like.
I'm glad your teams didn't win. You're changing Bible verses. You guys are getting out of order.
we did get a little out of order.
Points taken away.
Yeah.
By the way, what team did win the entire camp?
I have no idea. I
think
think they had
mine-
an ugly lead. I'm just kidding.
That was my team.
We look alike though, so I just
Blue
dissed on
team.
ourselves.
That's true.
Apparently.
That's true. Last question for the game. What was the most spiritually impactful aspect of Fall Creek Falls?
There you go.
All right, so for me, I think it was less to do with the series having to do with when your way isn't working. It might have, but it was more of just a reminder. You know, sometimes I enter experiences not with the attitude of Christ, who said, I have come to serve, not to be served. Sometimes I'd come with, I really like this, and I really like that. And I get the me mindset, and it was just a challenge of, hey, Jonathan, actually, you are here to serve, not to be served. And that was just a really great, that's absolutely right. And I need to continue to have that mindset.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, any final things before we wrap up? Was there any questions that you wish was in there or that you received that you want to just throw out one last? You don't have to.
I don't have anything. No, I
Josh?
thought it was fun.
Owen, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem.
It was a good time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Owen. I always close it out with, until next time, don't forget that life is better with God,
community, and
purpose.
purpose.
Purpose!
Yes!
Very good.
See you guys next time.